Are we rolling?
Yes, we are.
Cooks, what's up?
What do you mean, what's up, bro? You know exactly what's up.
Yeah, but we're starting our podcast.
Cook,
Come on.
I swear I'm on the mood today. Like, I promise you. Fuck, sorry.
Can we speak about it?
Highly unprofessional. I swear this is not a bit. I'm not joking. Like, after what happened last night, I'm just bummed.
Okay, I'm gonna break this down for you because I want to talk about it.
Is this fine, guys? The sound? 1 second before the rustle of the mic fucks this up. Dude, I'm so not in the mood for... I mean, sorry for guys, but... I just had a very, very bad evening yesterday.
Why?
And why are you being a dick right now, dude? You know exactly... Okay. Tell them. I swear I haven't come
So you did some online shopping. Why? What did you buy online, first of all?
You were right next to me. Okay. 5, 4,
Relax.
3. Don't make fun of our yoga instructor. I am doing a trip with my lovely wife to Maldives, and I've just got a bunch of tattoos all over. And I thought I'll buy a few sleeveless vests to showcase.
Ganges, dude, Ganges.
And I found this offer online which is too good to resist. Spent 300 rupees. And guess what the fuck is... You saw what came. Are you smiling?
Because it was... You got gypped, son!
I got... Have you got it here?
Of course I did. Bring it on!
Dude, that's a dick move.
You, by the way, spent 1,365
1 second, you actually
bucks.
got it here. Actually, let's show it to them.
Show it to them.
Guys, this is the bill. I don't know if you can zoom in and see it. This 1,365. Okay, first of all, guys, if you're ever shopping online, if they do not have an address and a phone number, do not fucking call, because this is what they have sent me.
It's also used.
It's a used gamcha.
I can see stains on it, by the way. Look at this. It's
Sahil,
disgusting.
I want to ask you a
Cookie.
personal question. Bro, do you use jet shower or do you use a tissue to, you know?
Jet shower.
कल से ये use कर लेना, ठीक है?
But that's okay, Cookie. You live, you learn, and you evolve.
Let's talk about our evolution.
Yeah.
You want to just bring out some dirty laundry today?
Oh, you want to do that?
Let's fucking go.
Huh, let's do it.
Baby, do you want a beatbox?
Yeah, I do. Cookie and cream. Cookie and cream. Chal bas, hai na, bye.
Hello, and welcome to our favorite podcast in the world. I'm your host with the most,
Beautiful wife.
Chinmaya Sharma, aka Chinu, and welcome to Kukki And Cream.
And I'm Hriya. I'm your co-host.
For life.
So what are we talking about today?
Did you not get the fact that I swear I haven't prepped for today's episode, dude? Did
Can
you not
I?
see the ganji or that fucking gamcha that has been thrown?
Gamcha.
What do you want to talk about, Cooks? You see, I
I actually want to talk about something that a lot of couples...
Nothing in particular but everything. Say your favorite line, na?
Nothing in particular, but everything in general.
What did I make you? Can you tell them what have you done today before the episode?
Nothing much. Just 3 shots of tequila.
Yeah. So first of all, today before the episode, we decided. She's been wanting to do this since a while. She said, I've never done an episode under the influence. I'm on antibiotics, by the way. I'm literally right now on antibiotics. So our highs of mine is this. And what are you right now? Shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. Gooks, we were supposed to talk about our relationship. That's the brief we gave these guys.
Right. Yeah, but we also want
But-
to talk about the evolution of a you and a me.
Why do you take so much time to say
Evolution of you and me as a couple.
I'm good to actually cook since I'm in this agitated mood. Let's just bring our dirty laundry out, no?
Oh, you want to do that? I dare you to do that.
You should do every episode drunk. I think it's adorable. No, but I'm good. Like, I think it's very important, especially since you're drunk, so there'll be very few inhibitions. To talk about like shit we've gone through, the violence that has gone into making this relationship so perfect, dude.
There's been a great amount of ups and a few amounts of downs and ups and downs, but that's what makes a relationship work, Cookie.
Okay, I don't know. Can we remove Mother Teresa from inside you and talk about this? Because we
Okay.
decided on episode 1 that we won't be Gyani, but give real life experience. So let's start off by talking about a few of the fights we've had and the evolution of our fights.
I think when it comes to evolution of our fights, what I've learned is the importance of just being patient, calm. Because if one is a fuse, one has to be a diffuse.
Woo!
Okay, and
This is, by the way, give a shout out to Subhi.
shout out to Savari.
She gave us the idea for this episode and said
Right.
the fuser and the diffuser.
And I think that in any...
Name 5 things that you absolutely hate.
Bus.
Like you cannot...
5 only.
Okay, I'm still struggling with that gamcha
That's
that I got
you.
for a ganji.
That's your problem.
I'm still recovering. Let's be easy on cheese today. Even though
Okay.
you're smashed on tequila. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked are you right now?
15. But that's okay. Who cares?
5 things that you absolutely cannot stand about me.
The first thing that I can't stand about you is... Can I say this?
I don't know. You should.
You constantly playing video games on your phone with full volume while I'm asleep.
It's horrible. Yeah, okay. Oh, I listen to my podcast while... Okay,
Yeah.
that's one. That's horrible.
Podcasts, I don't mind because it's informative and I also get to learn a few things when you're listening to it, but it's your fucking video games that drive me up the
Number
wall.
2, please.
That you have very... Like, you don't have the patience for
Careful.
mediocrity. Like, everything for you has to be up to a certain standard that the world can't match up to. And I just feel like it would be easier for you to be a little more patient with the whole process.
You could have just said impatient. You don't have to make me sound like an asshole.
No, I'm making you sound as someone who's got high standards in life.
I do agree. I'm not a huge fan of mediocrity,
You're
which
not.
is why, I'm relentless in my quest for perfection. Woo! Jair How Kavi should be my name. Okay, that's 2.
Yeah,
Third?
the third one would be he cannot eat food that does not taste even normal.
That's
like
not
he
a,
needs
come
good
on,
food.
that's not something you can't stand about
As
me.
a wife, I know how difficult it is.
Hey, wife. Okay, I think let's just stop at 3 because I'm not enjoying this.
Okay.
I think communication is something that we've worked on at the top of my head
Right.
a lot because I don't know if this is sexist. Saima is in the room. Saima, are you dating right now? Do you have a boyfriend? Okay, she's done this. So, do you have a problem like communicating? Like, do you expect whoever you're talking to, dating or to understand, read between the lines? Like, if you're hungry, for example, and you don't tell him I'm hungry and you throw a fit, does he need to know? And do you get upset at, how the fuck do you think I'm not hungry?
Of course, I'm not saying that, honestly, women are not difficult to read. If in case there's something, you need to just know looking at our faces.
Exactly. Every time it's the same look.
It's as if like, it's not fucking rocket
That-
science.
yeah, that look. Okay.
Just get a good burger for me
Okay,
or just get me a good cup of coffee. I am not asking for the stars or the fucking moon. Wow, that was emotional.
Okay, let me break this down for you. Since there are also 2 other guys in the room.
Sure.
I don't like speaking on behalf of people, but I think as guys, like I said on episode 1 also, we have a very open line of communication. Bro, bhook lagi hai, kya khayega? Right? Generally, am I right? Like, agar bhook lagi hai, bro, I want to go and eat here. Kya karna hai? I want to go play cricket. I want to stay at home and watch a movie. With girls, I'm generalizing. Not all girls are like this, but I think with girls, they expect to read between the lines because maybe you all communicate in a certain way. I'm saying
Right.
again from a very macro perspective. We are very open. So if you don't tell us in a certain way, we are quite dumb, like puppies. So if you tell us food,
This
eat.
is exactly what I
Okay?
wanted Chinu to say. He dumb. No, it's not about you being...
Wait, let me finish. Oh, I put my hands down. I don't know why I did that. But if it would be a lot, and this is what we've discussed a lot. Like there would be times where you would. The example I asked Saima is you're hungry, and then 3 weeks later, if I ask you to call for Zomato, they, but you fucking didn't. No, I was hungry 3 weeks back. I was PMSing. This is that. Okay, I know you're PMSing, and I have your back as much as I can. But if you just tell me, baby, I'm hungry, what'll happen? Instantly there'll be food. And now there's so many things that you don't keep inside and you tell me instantly. And it you know what? For example, do you remember, do you know what I'm talking about? The story, the old lady. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When I was hosting the FIFA World Cup, I'd just come back and you were awake that day early in the morning and I was just going to go to bed. Fuck, I literally have goosebumps. Like, I swear. Okay, I'd come back Wow,
I think
actually-
this was at around 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
You were back home, yeah.
And I came back and we were about to go. I was about to go to bed and she was going to go back to bed. And I swear, I've had a great day. I was literally in the studio 3 hours ago shooting with Wayne Rooney, Sol Campbell, and Gilberto Silva. And I have come back and I've had such a great time. And we've discussed that. And as I'm going to bed, there was just a very weird sinking feeling in my stomach. And she lay down, faced her back to me. I was lying down. Both our eyes were open for about 10-15
We were
minutes.
wide awake.
And I have turned to her. She's felt that turn. She's turned on. She's like, what do you say?
I was like, Kukki, I'm a little, something feels off. Something about just this vibe of the room feels off. And I remember asking you.
I put my blanket down.
I remember asking, I was like, is it me or do you feel something off, you know? And you said that, yeah, you did feel something and you were playing with my hair at that point. Let me bring this up. And
That's
I
how
had-
baby sleeps. Baby needs a little
yeah,
Sarai before
and
she sleeps.
so I don't want to make this sound funny, but I had changed my hair care routine. And I was like, Cooks, what do you think my hair feels like? And what did you say? This is
Say
a
it,
true
say it.
story.
I'm still-
This is a
I'm-
true story. And I remember you told me that, I don't know why, but for some reason your hair feels like an old lady.
She sat up.
I
And
remember-
I sat up.
I was like this, I got up and I'm like,
How are you? I didn't
I was sleeping
No,
and
but
I got up.
Ah, nice.
And I was like, Chinu, I don't know how to say this to you, but I feel the presence of an old lady in our room. And for some strange reason, it's not that it's a bad spirit.
It's
good
in our
spirit.
wardrobe.
I felt a spirit and I was like, I don't know why, there's something about an old lady. And you and I both had goosebumps, but
I'm like, dude, I have felt that exact same thing at the
Yeah.
exact same time. And we even felt it is in the wardrobe. And our house is nothing but good vibes. So it's not like we were like scared. And I looked at him like, dude, this is too crazy to be real.
you said old lady, I'm thinking old lady. And you know what I realized at that point?
That you love old people with white hair.
That, but also that communication
Is
is
vital.
the key between a relationship. It doesn't have to be based on an argument or just to express love, but something as simple as, how do you feel? Like, what do you feel? Is there something off? And
Which
that
brings me back to the point, speak your mind, woman, and things will be a lot easier.
read between the lines, dude.
Or do you read?
Sometimes
Or do you look
I
in the book?
whatever. But yeah, I think as a couple, it's just so important to communicate and just basic things like that you learn from each other.
Yeah, that's true. And also I think it's very important that circle. Everyone, again, this is a funda that I'd seen, I think, on a podcast. So not important. That every relationship has circles, right? Circles of trust. And I believe, it's my personal feeling, that that final circle has to be the tightest, smallest circle, which only should be you and your partner. I love my parents, I love my brother, she loves her
Of course we love our
But I think that
families.
last circle is so important to be just you and your partner, because there are so many things that I will forgive her for and she'll forgive me, but that other circle might, like if my parents are in that circle or her parents in the circle, the things that I will let go instantly.
Like, for example, can I cut you out on this one?
No.
Okay.
Of course you can.
Like, for example, if today you and I have had like an argument over something and I go
No,
and
I'll give you a
I...
real example. The last big fight we had,
Right.
maybe 2.5 years ago, where
Longer than that.
where we 3 years, yeah,
Yeah.
before the pandemic, where it was like, also when we fight, it's hilarious because we don't realize how loud our volume goes, so the people in the house think shit's going down. And then Shweta said this on the episode. It's like 10 minutes in, I'm walking through the room, you guys are laughing and giggling. So we tend to, like, we just
We diffuse a
animated-
situation.
We just animated people, and we'd come back from a night and we had some sort of argument. And I remember, like, we didn't realize it's 4:35 in the morning, and we were like really loud. And I remember my brother had come back and he knocked the door, and he didn't know at the time. Now he knows that, dude, these guys are going to fight and make up instantly. And plus, we don't do those volcanoes now. We have like little IEDs.
I also feel like when you're newly married, there's a little phase called the teething period where you're still getting used to each other. So it's very normal for couples to argue, like initially at least.
That's true.
There's
So
nothing
anyways,
wrong with it.
And I remember that night we slept, woke up the next day, But the rest of the house was like, because by morning, my mum obviously was like, fuck you, Chinu. And she's gone to Hriya and she's like, what happened, my baby? And we had let it go. So, and that's the thing. And my mum, my brother, he's like, bro, what's up, what's up? And then they kind of realized after a while that, oh, these idiots do this like fucking 4 times a week. And then in the morning, we're like, hi, baby, what's up? Do you want breakfast? And we, the most important part is we address it the next day. And it's just better every day, right? So,
Most often than not, we address it before we sleep. But that was an instance where we did not address it before we slept.
because we don't now also drinking is reduced in life. No?
Yeah. But in terms of communication being the key, Kukki, I want to bring this up. I remember we had just newly started dating, and my dad, I remember, was in the hospital, and I did not share that with you, and I did not feel the need
We
to.
don't share it with anyone.
I didn't, and I just felt like our relationship is too new for me to tell you these things or like make you a part of this, because I don't know how you'd react. But you kind of sensed it in my voice, and
Dude, I get emotional thinking about right now. I remember I called you up because you were at Hinduja Hospital. Your dad was admitted, and I called you up and I just said, "Baby, is everything okay?" And you gasped me like, "What?"
I
who told
couldn't
you?
believe that
Who
you knew
told you? And I'm
it.
like, I just felt. How did you remember, dude? Yeah.
There are just some things about this connection that I share with you. No matter what, you read me. Even though you claim to not read between the lines, you fucking read me very well.
I read you.
So yeah, and
dude.
that's about the ups and downs that we have, and it's about the small things that we understand about each other and also celebrate. Like the small things we celebrate, our small wins, our small successes. It's too cute. Like if I worked out and I get an ab, I come to you and I'm like, yeah, see, look at me, and you're like, you go, girl.
But I think that's very important. Like when you live with your biggest inspiration, it's I think one of us is going to cry on the episode today because I'm also like, oh, Kukki, let's just fucking weep.
I want to bring this up. The day
Coach, you don't have to
that
say I want to bring this up. You can just bring it up. You don't have to take my permission.
the day you
before
took
that.
me on set when you were hosting the Football World Cup, which was last year.
Yeah.
And it was a dream come true for you to meet
My childhood heroes.
Wayne Rooney, Figo, Sol Campbell, and
Gilberto Silva.
And I remember I came on set because I was this really proud wife who's like, oh, I want to come to your workplace. I saw what you did. I saw how you were with them, and you looked like you belong there, as a matter of fact. And when I got back home, there was a sense of pride and content, even though I was probably at a slight low.
Yeah, because
like personally,
I think it happened is because you know the countless nights at 31 changing careers, not with the support of like my immediate family, my father, my mother, my brother, my sister-in-law, and you were the only people who had my back. I come from a joint family. Grandfather was, he said, "Hey, you have an empire ready, made for you." I'm the oldest grandson. I literally got kicked out of the family business because I chose to pursue my passion, and I had my parents' backing, which I think is the most important. And I got married, and I told her, listen, the first 2 years, I will be finding work. And luckily, dude, you were there the countless nights where I used to just walk in my room like a caged animal, back and forth, and then getting to my dream of interviewing these guys. And which is why, where's my wallet? There are 2 letters I carry in my wallet at all times. Always.
are you
And-
talking about?
Yeah. And one of them, and if you don't mind, I'm going to read it out, is the letter that you wrote the day you came back from the studio. One is a letter that my dad wrote to me on my 25th birthday. This watch that I'm wearing is the first expensive watch that my parents bought for me. And the other letter is what you wrote. And I
Cooks,
keep
you
this in my
actually
wallet.
carried this one with you.
Always. This and dad's. And it says, Dear Kukki, I always knew you would keep me happy, proud, and bring more meaning to my life. But what I saw today was magic. The magic of believing in dreams, the magic of believing in yourself, and the magic of never giving up. Your hard work and perseverance is evident, and I couldn't be prouder. You've carved a niche for yourself, and not that you don't know it already, but you kick ass. The way you interact professionally is a major turn on. Thank you for taking me to the studio today. I needed this inspiration from shooting your first ever episode of Chatting with Chinu at Hotfoot to being bloody famous at Famous Studio has been nothing less than an incredible journey. The way you've dealt with your downs and disappointments, anger and frustrations is something I've closely witnessed, and I could not have been prouder of you and your growth and evolution. Praying that you always keep shining bright and continue to soar high. Love, Kukkad. Maru ghar, maru var, maru shark making his mark under the ocean and in the sky. Keep rising high with a little whale, and yeah, dude. Wow,
But witnessing this journey with you has been beautiful.
and dude, it's just the beginning. You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. Hey, I said one of us is gonna cry, and thank God it was you, Kukki, because I was almost there. It was almost there. Okay.
But anyways,
What are the other things you hate about me? let's.
I think it's so easy to nitpick on your partner's flaws because it's only human to find flaws in another human being.
Yeah.
But what I feel about being in a relationship with you or being married to you is that it's not about finding flaws, it's about finding strengths. Which I did not realize when I got into this relationship. And believe it or not, you are my first serious relationship. And I have learned so much from you. Patience, acceptance, and you know the
you
one.
learned patience from me, or you learned to be patient?
I
because
have
I'm
learned
so
to be
fuck-
patient because of you, because you're so impatient.
I'm an acquired taste. Oh Lord.
But you're my
I'm an
acquired taste, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But what I've learned is that it's about not just celebrating the ups, but it's about accepting the downs. And that there is no other key to a successful relationship, because you can't just be aiming for the highs. You have to know that I'm going to be low at some point in my life, and I will need you to pick me up, which is what you're great at. Because legit, 3 days back, I had this feeling of, I wouldn't term it an emotional breakdown, but you saw me and I was just like, what the fuck? And all you said was, you put your arms around me and you said, Kukki, it's the small things that matter. It's the small changes you make in your life that matter, and every day is new.
No, I said, you are the magic you need. You don't need anything else. That's why literally, I remember where you were sitting, I just put my arm around you and said, what's up? You are you. Like, you are the magic sauce. I gave you Kung Fu Panda's example.
You did.
You are the secret sauce, which I think sometimes all it takes is just an arm on your shoulder saying, dude, you got this. And that's and we do that to each other often.
And I just feel like you've got to be lucky to find someone to tell you that, because no matter how much we bicker, no matter how much we argue, but we know deep down there is love, there is patience, and there's acceptance. Because I am not ashamed of being, everyone has a little demon hidden inside them. There's no denying that. And I can
like 17.
openly be that person in front of
Why
you.
do you react to my joke?
You don't have 17, you have 70. 70. But I have many more demons, and thank you for being...
You have more?
Yeah, but you just accept it,
Fucking demons.
and you know that you don't finger those demons.
I finger a lot of demons, dude. I finger demons on a daily basis. And you decide. It depends. Like you said today in the morning, that I love you throughout the day. You choose very wisely. When you're not sleepy, you love me.
That's also because as a person, I like my space.
Which I don't give you. Oh, that's a massive problem. Like, I do not give my wife space. Like, if I could, I'd make a 26-hour day and spend those 2 extra hours also. Like, if you had a loose t-shirt, I'd be inside here. Just come on and say, hey, Kukki, can I get a toffee? And then take it. Bye.
I want to talk about our interests, like how we don't force it on each other.
Ooh! Acha, bro, this is every time you talk, you say, can I talk? I'm not your teacher. I'm not your dad. You can just say, hey, bro, let's talk.
You're way more experienced in the podcast world, so I just feel like sometimes it's manners. It's not me being, hey, can I?
Give a fuck about manners with me.
No, I give a fuck about manners with them.
Like 20 minutes before you ask them, do you mind if I burp on camera? And now you think about manners. Bah.
It's all because of the emotional note you brought out.
The gas? I think the gas is the tequila, bro. You had tequila and black coffee. You're fueled on some different shit right now.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be high or energetic right now. It's like a wiring of both.
Going to be both. But yeah, interest I think is very important. And I think there's a mini war happening upstairs. But it's good. It's good background music. It's giving a dha-na-na-na vibe.
तो बिजली अब बरसे.
Name one song you can do without massacring it.
ओ मेरे दिल के चैन चैन आए मेरे दिल को दुआ कीजिए.
Tirning, tirning. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that is how you massacre a song.
Fuck off.
What about you love doing AP doesn't you can do.
मेरे दिल ना रवाने तू मेरा मोड़ी ये दिल तेरा ना 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 तो पता लगूगा कैंडी कुंडी सी सौ टकरा बना दे
100 takras.
सुवाचे.
So, AP, if this ever reaches you, also I don't know why I count AP.
AP is a buddy.
AP.
I'm open for collaborations, AP.
And let's get back to interests.
I have very different interests.
And I realized very later on to the relationship that I used to have this problem of making the people closest to me enjoy the way I want to enjoy, which necessarily might not be enjoyable for you. Like I remember, you used to get palpitation. I say, baby, you're doing a long night tomorrow. Because she'd be like,
Yeah.
I can't drink like you, motherfucker.
I used to honestly get a little stressed because my energy levels are not like yours. My capacity in terms of a lot of things is not like yours. So I was like, oh shit, I have to have a long night. I used to get freaked out. But also in terms of you trying to doing things in your power. But like for me, it was about learning so much because my interest in sports was nada. Okay, and then I now know what are the players we want in our team. I actually feel like I can be part of more conversations because of you. I just remembered this random thing. I remember I was having this really busy wedding season and I was traveling back to back for work, and I was like, Cooks, I would do anything to just get like a 1 hour relaxed moment just to myself. And I had reached Jodhpur. I checked into my hotel. I don't know how the fuck you figured out what time I was reaching. You booked a spa for me.
I did. Last year was kind to me financially, so I just splurged. That's what I do, dude. If you're making all the money, what's the point of enjoying it alone?
But the point is, I don't know why in today's day and age there's so much pressure on just a man to do it. Like,
I've never felt that pressure, dude. I've been proud of every achievement my mum has done in the house. Shweta in the house is just, dude, every day. We saw, by the way, guys, whatever you're doing in life, stop. I don't know when this episode comes out, but watch Kalkoot. I'm not promoting a family member's thing, but I'm going to sound maybe a little cocky by saying this, but I don't really consume a lot of Hindi content. But Shweta Tripathi Sharma, oh my god, dude, acid attack victim. Guys, watch Kalkoot, please. Just big shout out to everyone who's done that. Man, what? You know what? Actually, that is something we should interest. Just stuff we watch. Because when you pick something to watch, it's always shit. Or, Saima, are you a fan of murder mysteries? Because I think this is, do you watch murder mysteries or not really?
I
So
love
Sahil doesn't.
murder
Shubham?
mysteries.
Shubham,
Listen, I
do
need
you
to
watch-
watch one murder mystery a day.
Do your chick friends watch more murder mysteries than guys? I don't know why it's a thing.
If I was not a makeup artist, I would be a detective.
A shitty one.
I would.
You'd be a.
I'd be a kick-ass detective.
Actually, detective.
CID.
You would be the darwaza.
I'd be Pradyuman.
You'd be Daya, dude.
I'd be Pradyuman.
You'd break. I'm the darwaza. You'd be Daya. This is Sparta. Hey, Cooks, why aren't you sharing your notes with me? I have come, also for an episode that I have come zero prep for Cooks. You keep saying I can't host a show. Today, I think you've technically hosted the entire show.
Yeah,
I have come
because-
with nothing. What's on your list of things to talk about?
I actually do want to talk about.
Why don't you forward this to me? Like, I literally, because I was really grumpy yesterday. No?
That's okay. It's fine. I want to
Gansha.
talk about. Is it normal for you to kind of just get? No, I'm sorry. I'm just going to redo this. I want to talk about you being my biggest cheerleader and my biggest critique.
Critic.
Okay, so I want to talk about you being my biggest cheerleader and my biggest critic. There are times where I think I've done like the most beautiful makeup on this one bride and she's looking stunning and Instagram is giving me so much love, like, oh, she's looking beautiful, and then I'll come and show you and you'll be like,
Meh.
yuck.
Meh. Yeah, when the whole house is like, oh my god, this tasted divine. 'Cause I don't think they have the guts to tell. You're the glue that keeps the house together, no? I mean, no offense to the rest of my family members, guys, but you all also agree that you're the diffuser. And then he's like, Cheetah loved the pasta. Oh my, oh Cheetah loved the fried rice. And Shweta went mad. And Dad's like, oh my god, he's salivating. I'll be like, it's a 3 on 5.
You're too honest, na, sometimes. But do you think it works?
I can't be fake.
Yeah, it works
like if
for us.
If I like you, you know instantly. If I don't like you, it takes me one breath and you'll be like, oh shit, this guy. What do you think I do? What do you think my vibe towards you is right now?
Love. I hope.
Right now you've been quite a sugar daddy to me off late, dude. You've been spoiling me like a little princess.
I love it. I fucking love it.
No, you don't.
I do.
It's days. Days you're like, oh fucking bill, and then they be like, oh, what do you need, baby? Yeah.
That's also because I like to keep you in check.
I got no checks, bro.
Yeah, but someone has to, and that's me, because I'm your wife. I'm your life.
Horchila.
I got really carried away there.
No, you
But
get
someone has to, like, you keep me in check, I keep you in check. We love spoiling each other.
not like what you do with
We
your hands right now. It's
fucking love. I think deep down you work hard to keep me happy. I work hard to keep
you
happy.
Us. You.
Your money is my money. My money is my money. You work hard for me. I work hard for my skincare
How
and
cool would
makeup.
be if they just cued the song Gold Digger right now and we don't get fucked for it by copyright issues?
Ain't got money.
Oh, that's another.
That's all she needs.
That's all she needs.
She's a gold digger.
Kanye.
Friend indeed.
Don't fuck with the goat, man.
I don't even know the lyrics.
What lyrics do you know? Give me one song. I think we've.
दिल दिमाग में तो फिट की दूरी है
अच्छा,
दिमाग
one
तो
second,
बोलेगा
one second.
दिल की भी सुनना जरूरी है नकली बनिया फिरता है तू मुझसे तो तू दूरी रहे अच्छा तो तू है नहीं अच्छाई तेरी मजबूरी में
हट.
हाँ मैं लाता तेरा हाथ जी हजूरी है बात बात
I'm going to call up Cheetah right now. And
no
see
no
if he
no
picks
no
up.
don't this will be
And we want to get
embarrassing,
pulled
I'll
up for the
admit it.
song because मेरे भाई की का गाना है तो गाओ.
yeah
you should
fuck rights
Hey, you don't own the rights. Inking, if you're listening, so no, not fucking anything, okay?
Okay.
Don't.
yeah
Kadadhari Bhim. Easy.
did you just beam me on this fucking podcast
You're Chota Bhim, no, of the house.
that I am
I mean, for someone who's this petite, you eat like a G, dude.
I punch like a G2
I think now we can wrap up this episode. Cooks, I think this is honestly the best episode we've had so far.
I don't know what
Like,
do you
it's
think
genuinely, they're like 3, I can see peripherally that everyone's like, wow, man, what a great Cooks. Do you think, what a great, guys, thank you for being a therapy session, man. Like, it really feels like, I just feel lighter.
you surprised me with that letter that I
You just
wasn't
You
expecting
surprised? What? Excuse me.
You live with me, you learn with me, you evolve with me. That's the in short of this podcast. My English went to eat shit right now.
Yeah. To a Sulabh
You
Sauchalay.
take this forward. Why are you staring at me? Fuck.
Thank you for calling for an extra large portion of
Cookie
Cookie and
and
Cream.